Alright, just give me a second. Alright, there we go. Welcome to Thursday, everybody. We're back with another Bible reading. And today we're finishing Exodus chapter 15. Alright, yesterday was Ash Wednesday. I completely forgot to talk about that in yesterday's video. I apologize. I just got out of the shower, but I did have actually 2 rounds of ashes put on my forehead. One for our school chapel service and then for church again tonight. So we did Ash Wednesday, which also happened to be Valentine's Day, which is still today for me, obviously. But today, for us, Thursday, we're going to finish chapter 15, the waters of Marah and Elim. It's only 6 verses right after we get off of that, the song of Moses and Miriam. Don't worry, I won't be singing in this one for sure. But let's see what the waters of Marah and Elim are about. Then Moses led Israel from the Red Sea, and they went into the desert of Shur. For 3 days they traveled in the desert without finding water. When they came to Marah, they could not drink its water because it was bitter. That is why the place is called Marah. So the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "What are we to drink?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. He threw it into the water, and the water became fit to drink. There the Lord issued a ruling and instruction for them and put them to the test. He said, "If you listen carefully to the Lord your God and do what is right in his eyes, if you pay attention to his commands and keep all his decrees, I will not bring on you any of the diseases I brought on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you." Then they came to Elim, where there were 12 springs and 70 palm trees, and they camped there near the water. Okay, so they're wandering in the desert of Shur for 3 days without finding water. And already, 3 days after they were just saved. It's amazing what happened with the Egyptians with Pharaoh. After every plague, he was saying, okay, enough, you guys can go, just take all of these plagues with you. Don't let them, don't bother us with this anymore. And then as soon as there was a little bit of relief, he changed his mind. He kept them and incurred another plague upon them. Now we have, after the Israelites are gone, we kind of have the opposite. They're given the relief of, actually kind of the same, but on the other side of things, the Israelites, not the Egyptians. They get out of Egypt, and already 3 days after, they see the Lord literally split the Red Sea and let them walk through on dry ground, and then take away all their enemies. Now they're already grumbling against Moses just because they haven't found water in 3 days. Which, yes, not having water for 3 days is bad, but it's not life-threatening. All right, you can go for 3 days without water. I'm pretty sure people do that intentionally just to look in better shape in like movies nowadays. So yeah, it's obviously not the best healthy choice, but it's like, come on, you couldn't wait a little bit longer and trust that the Lord was going to give you something. But anyway, he does a piece of wood and makes the bitter water okay to drink just by throwing a piece of wood in it. And then he says, if you listen to me carefully and whatever I tell you to do, then none of the diseases that Egypt suffered will come to you. And then they came to Elim, and there were 12 springs and 70 palm trees. So plenty. Oh wait, 12 springs and 70 palm trees. Weren't there 600,000 men in that? So you do 82. Even if you say there are 800,000 people total, divided by 80, you're still talking 10,000 people per one spring or palm tree. But maybe it was kind of like I won't get to that story ahead of time, but maybe God just kept replenishing it and giving them more and more and more out of those 12 springs and 70 palm trees. I don't know. Interesting to think about. All right. Well, that's it for me today. That'll be our Thursday video. I do have to do a few videos in a row on the same night because I'm going to visit my fiance again this weekend for President's Day. Long weekend. So I like to go out and spend some extra time with her if I can. And, yeah, so that's where I'll be, and that's why I'm going to be doing a couple more videos tonight. All right, well, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for you, but it will be in about 20 seconds for me. All right, see you then.